think I might have messed up my Honda CRF300. A couple weeks ago, I was out with some buddies in St. Helens, ripping up trails, having a great time, until we ended up on an ORV trail, which if you've never been on one in St. Helens, it is sand. It is pure sand. And I dropped the bike 3 times, nothing major, like nothing high speed or anything, just kind of dumped it. And I didn't think much of it at the time. I brought the bike back home, everything was cool, and I noticed I had a bit of coolant leaking out of the bike. So what I'm gonna do today is pull the plastics and check out the radiator and see what's leaking. I'm gonna start out by taking off the seat. We got 2 6mm bolts to remove. Over here on the brake side of the bike, we've got 3 5mm Allen fasteners. We've also got this push pin right here in between the trim pieces. Slide that out. Go ahead and just pull this off and put it somewhere safe. Got this radiator cover. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that somewhere safe too. So down here we can see some evidence of a leak, some dried up coolant. Now just looking at it, I couldn't really see where the leak might be coming from, but I decided to give the hose a squeeze. There we go. All right, so it appears it's coming from the back of the radiator. Okay. So I'm basically gonna have to pull this and we're gonna have to see what's going on. I think it's time for a new radiator. I'm gonna start out by pulling this bolt right by the water pump. This is to drain the coolant. We'll get that out of the system and we'll go from there. Starting to kind of regret not taking my belly pan off, but hey, we're gonna make a mess. Oh shit, okay. This wasn't my best idea. You know, these YouTube mechanics, right? Like they just do whatever. I probably also should have took the belly pan off. That I probably should have took the 5 seconds that would have took. Yeah, this is going great. Go ahead and replace that for now. Usually when I work on my bike, on my channel, I try to like at least make it look like I kind of know what I'm doing, and then sometimes there's days like today where it's like I gotta get this done. So I've got 3 hoses I'm gonna disconnect. I'm gonna start with the bottom one because I have a feeling that's gonna make the biggest mess. And I've already made a mess. So why not make more of a mess? Oh, nothing. There we go. Nice, cool. So I've got 2 8mm fasteners and I think I'm gonna pull them before I start looking to disconnect stuff, just because there's a lot of stuff attached to the fan shroud and I don't want to create more work for myself. And we're gonna loosen this stuff up and see where that gets us. Now that I've got access to the fan on the radiator, I'm going to start removing it. It's we got some 10mm fasteners here. Looks like there's 3 of them. So that's 1. And that's 2. And the 3rd is right down here. Here's our radiator. Oh, I see. I see. I see what's going on here. That is punctured. It's punctured from the back, which is unusual because you would expect, like right there, you would expect a radiator puncture to happen from the front. You know, something impacted it. I've always ran a radiator guard, but yeah, that is definitely punctured. This radiator is done. Shit. All right, well, time to order one.
1 week later.
All right, it's been a week. You can tell because my mustache is gone. The parts are here, so let's take a look at them. Let's start with the boring stuff. The authentic Honda parts. That wasn't even taped. My shiny new radiator. which good thing I didn't throw out my old radiator because I'm going to need all of the threaded inserts, but at least I got a new top radiator cap. But yep, it's a radiator. Thrilling. Now we get to the actual fun stuff. This radiator cover and brace from Flatlands Racing. I'm gonna start out by transferring these clips and a couple bushings off of the old radiator and transferring them to the new radiator. And this old busted radiator is ready for the trash. RIP, you served me well. Dude, the radiator they sent me is damaged. Look at this. Fuck. I just noticed that. Dude, come on. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to call them and see what's up. I mean, as you can see, it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be circular, so the radiator hose can go over it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's fine, but I paid full price for a new radiator, so I can't put this on my bike and feel good about it. So I guess we'll wait more for different parts.
One eternity later.
So it's a week later. Motorsport overnighted me a new radiator, which I really appreciate. As you can see, this one isn't damaged, so we can finally move on and I can finally ride my bike. So I'm gonna start out with replacing these bushings on the side here. Next up, we're going to replace these clips. We've got 4 of them. Got these 3 for the fan and this one down here for the plastics. All right, we're ready to put it back on the bike. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line up the radiator. This clip is giving me a little bit of trouble. Stay on there, please. And we're just gonna start the bolts just to get it attached. Now that I've got my fan hooked up to the radiator, I'm going to take the 2 8mm fasteners and mount it to the bike. We've got 3 hoses going to the radiator, 1 at the bottom, 1 at the middle, and 1 at the top. So I'm going to reattach those. So the Honda service manual for this bike calls for a little less than a quart for a full system. I noticed that my overfill bottle still has a little coolant in it, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna top off the radiator, burp the system, run the bike, and then we'll check coolant levels afterwards. I'm gonna grab some hoses and give them a squeeze. See if we can't get some of that air out before we run it. Doesn't seem like there's too much air in the system, so I'm gonna put the radiator cap on and we're gonna fire it up. So I fired up the bike, let it run for a little bit, turned it off, checked the coolant level in the radiator. Radiator level is good. My overflow bottle is good. So if you just came to this video for the radiator install, all you have to do is install your plastics. I have a how-to on that at the end of the video if you want to skip to that. But from this point on, we're moving on to the Flatlands radiator cover install. To start out with the Flatlands radiator cover, I'm going to remove these 2 8mm fasteners for the radiator. Flatlands radiator brace kit comes with these 2 5mm fasteners. This is what we're going to use to fasten the guard to the rest of the bike and the frame. Alright, cover's installed. The next thing I'm going to install is the mount, the frame mount for the brace. So we've got 2 sunken 4mm Allen fasteners. And for now, I'm just gonna put it on loosely. I'm gonna have to make adjustments to the brace once I install it. So for now, we'll get the bolts started and everything, and then we'll tighten everything up later. So this is the brace portion of the kit. What I'm gonna do is attach it to the radiator first, and then I'll adjust the mounting point on the frame. The kit comes with 3 4mm Allen head fasteners. We'll put 2 here and then 1 there. We'll leave that a little loose for now before we make our adjustments, and we'll tighten everything up. Now that I know that the location and alignment of everything is good, I'm actually going to remove this. I'm going to start out by tightening this up just so it doesn't budge, so I can get to this bottom bolt. Once we get these 2 tightened up, we're pretty much ready to wrap up the installation. That is solid. That is not moving whatsoever. Very nice. The bike is ready for plastics. The only difference with the Flatlands kit is they include an extended fastener and spacer for this bottom bolt, so make sure you install that. Last thing, don't forget your little plastic pin to connect your plastics. Go ahead and grab your seat, pop it on. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you as always for watching. Relatively easy install, providing the parts that you get are in good condition. The Flatland kit, I mean, this thing is not moving whatsoever. I'm really glad to have it. When I bought my last radiator cover, I didn't even realize that these existed. I think the frame reinforcement is such a good idea, especially for the kind of riding I do. I'm just glad to have the bike back. It's been about a month since I rode it, so I'm probably gonna take it out for a spin right now. But yeah, I did manhandle my radiator a little bit, bent a couple of the fins, try to be more careful than I am. You know, I'm not a pro, I'm a garage mechanic, I would say, but overall we're good. The bike's running great, we're not leaking anymore, so as far as I'm concerned, we are back. We are ready for some more dirt, and I am stoked. I am ready. I've been riding the XSR a lot lately, which has been great, but man, there's something about this bike that I just really enjoy riding. But yeah, guys, as always, ride safe, ride naked, wear your helmet. Ride fast, ride naked, wear your helmet is what I usually say. I've been doing this 5 years, and I still don't know my outro thing, so that's good. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.